Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video with myself, Airsick Hydra. Today we're going to be continuing our series looking at and keeping an eye on the developer blogs for Necromunda Underhive Wars because we still don't have any goddamn gameplay footage. However, before you turn away, there is a video to watch today and we shall watch it together and oogle over the maps of the game. So at least we can see the terrain and biomes we'll be fighting on. And they do indeed... Yes, I use that word again. They do absolutely insist that there is 26 of them, and not only that, they do showcase. Like, okay, before anyone raises this, we're going to talk about the little Hitler face in the bottom there. We'll come to that in a moment. It's on my YouTube suggested. I can explain. Anyway... from small arenas to large areas, basically some are tall, some are short. I'm not going to read you all of that word for word, but it's basically saying last time we talked about game modes, now here's some maps, here's a look at our maps, and that's what we're going to do. So this is my YouTube selected, which I feel like you can tell a lot about someone. This is actually a personality lecture here. We're talking about PC, a little bit of 40k. Anyway, and Sunkist, the roleplay campaign that I'm playing in on a... Monday, you should probably check that out. So what we shall do is go right on ahead and play a little bit of this, see what's going on. Now there's no narration to worry about, so I can't spoil anything by talking as we go, but a few peeps at textures to begin with, zooming in on some details. Okay, some sort of energy cells, rusted pipes. Okay, now we're getting into the vastness. I like the random pink paint on the side of that. But sure, that catches the eye, certainly. But so does the massive F-off arena that is sort of... Well, not arena. Hangar, whatever the hell it is. Ooh, what's the centerpiece of your map? Ah, some absolutely huge pipes. Or are they plasma? And the illumination looked a little bit plasmic to me. Ooh, okay. Dark and spooky. A little bit. I know they're sludge pits, but this still gives me a Necron vibe. It's the yellow, I guess. It's the yellow and green tint. Zip lines looking good. Massive pipes again. Massive pipes everywhere. That's what the Underhive's all about. Okay. I mean, it's looking pretty good. It would be nice to see some views, maybe from a player's perspective, so we could kind of... They're not giving us gameplay footage, but maybe we could imagine what gameplay would be like. Just fill in the gaps with your mind, because we're not showing you anything. Fire effects feel a bit wonky, but the actual map looks nice. Looks good. That looks very Necron there. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm not letting that slide by. That's a bit too much green. Yeah, go away, Hitler. And... yeah, okay. Oh, okay, snow. Snow and ice, presumably far out in the hive from a, I don't know, or, yeah, it must just be far away from the geothermal heat sink towards the outside layer of a hive city. If you've not been watching my lore videos and you don't know what a geothermal heat sink is, then I would suggest you watch my lore videos. I've done 2 on Necromunda. You can find them on my channel. They're like the last 2 videos I did, so watch them. It'll really, really help. And the next one coming out, we're going to be talking about... Ooh, this looks nice. I like this. The next one coming out is going to be regarding the political structure of a hive city. Okay, this looks a bit like... no, I'm not letting you get away with that. That looks a bit like sort of World of Warcraft there. Fluorescent mushrooms. I mean, that is Necromunda though, right? It is punkish. There is colourful things to be found. Very large spider webs, apparently, donning one of those domes. Okay, right, well, that was... let's get rid of you before anything else comes up. Right, that was, well, certainly educational, and now we have a little oogle at each of the maps, and it tells you a little bit about them. And these will be the different areas, I guess, biomes that you can travel to. So it's actually nice to see a decent bit of variety. 26... Why is there 26 maps but only 3 factions? Presumably it must have taken quite a while to make some of these, but I don't know. Give me more factions. All the factions, please. They probably have to time them alongside tabletop releases, and I don't know, there's probably some sort of politics involved, but we can have a little oogle at this. There's not really much to say or do here other than you should probably check this out yourself if you want to look at it in more detail, but I like the fact that they've included a fairly varied colour palette. There's still the blues, the pinks and the purples and the yellows that you'd expect, and the greens, of course, within an Underhive setting, or specifically a Necromunda setting. And I like it. It looks good. But they've also got these just very 40k looking maps, and I'd have to say that looks pretty good to me so far. Now, if only... okay, so here's a nice overview of actually what a map... So that would be like... That's cool. Can you imagine that on Tabletop Simulator? People would have a field day. Oh, that looks tasty. Okay. I can certainly see people trying to import some of this stuff onto Tabletop Sim. Looks nice. Looks nice. The maps don't vary each time you play them, so it will be a case, perhaps, of once you played the game for say 100 hours, you may be pretty familiar with a lot of the maps, but I really like this. I really like what we're seeing. This looks good. The biome variety is really nice. That is just super cool. And the detailing seems to be pretty good too. I mean, this could be... yeah. Thank you for including tiny file sizes again. But going back to the previous window and back again there. It looks good. It looks good. I like this sort of broken laboratory look. Oh, all of it. Just give it to me now. Give it to me now. Let's go back up one again. Nice aerial view. It does certainly look like some of these maps are huge, and I'm very impressed, and it's just endless images. How do you feel about the mushrooms? I don't know how I do. That's still a little like, I don't know. Nature has started to reclaim this. However, where the hell is nature to be found on Necromunda? Who brought plants in? Unless someone, like, they grew out of some corpse starch, and this is actually, I don't know, maybe there is a botanical presence in some of the Underhive dwellings. News to me, at least. News to me. But this page just seems to go on and on with lots of map images, which is reassuring, right? And they seem to have a hell of a lot of maps to show off. So I'm impressed, but I'm hesitant to give too much praise because you've yet to show me what the actual gameplay looks like. This one I really like. This reminds me of something from Gears of War. And I can't think what the name of the map is. Or maybe like Lockout from Halo 2. Oh, I like a good snowy map. Definitely. This looks far too heretical, but just looking good. Where's the Necron one? I know it's obviously not a Necron map, but it had lots of green on it. Presumably was this. It just all looks pleasing. It all looks pleasing. So I hope you guys are kind of feeling fairly... Okay, incoming scrambled, cogitator, cipher required. Okay, revealed... Okay, right. Well, good luck with that, guys. Someone can let me know down in the comments what you find. And then... Blah. Okay. That's not particularly helpful. Oh, come on. Please stop putting these tiny file sizes in here to make me look bad. Right, and thank you. This includes just a bunch of pictures showing off maps effectively. You pretty much got everything you needed within the first 2 minutes of this video. But hopefully you enjoyed me scrolling through being like, yeah, But really, that's pretty much my conclusion of today. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I want to see some gameplay footage on these maps to see if it looks potato. Because a great environment is wonderful at all. We've seen this in Deathwing, but a great environment does not maketh a great game. We shall see, however, if the gameplay lives up to the standards set by these biomes. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Hydra. Make sure to check out the Lore series, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with gameplay footage.